Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetstudios.com, and today we are here at the Microsoft event, and this is the first Lumia, the only Lumia phone which is launched in India. This is called Lumia 535. Now the Lumia phones will no longer be called as Nokia Lumia, as the Nokia branding is now separate from Microsoft, and Nokia is no longer a mobile phone company. They cannot manufacture mobile phones as of now. However, they have released some Android tablet recently which is called the Nokia N1. So let's take a look over this phone now, which is now branded with Microsoft. You do not have Nokia being written on this phone, which is kind of a change, but the overall build quality and the kind of form factor, the kind of material which you have used which you might have seen previously has remained the same. So you can expect the same build quality, a very good build quality phone, and a very good phone on the software wise as well. So we will just take a look over this phone in deep, what all it has, what kind of specification it has. First of all, what I can say about this phone, the Lumia 535, it is a pretty good phone to hold in one hand. It is a very good phone to hold in one hand. It has rounded edges on this side as well as on this side, which makes it easy enough to hold. But one thing which I really don't like is the glossy back cover, which is again going to get a lot of fingerprints. As you can see, as of now at least, this is a demo unit which I have been using for the last 30 minutes, and I can say that this device has a lot of fingerprint catchy nature. So that is why, because it has a glossy back cover, it will get a lot of fingerprints and scratches as well. However, the front glass which we have on this device is a Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which will not get the scratches very easily, but fingerprints will be visible unless you put a screen guard on this one. Talking about the back side, we can see that we have a 5 megapixel camera on this device at the back, which is an autofocus camera. You do have LED flash as well for low light photos, or you can also use it as a torch. And on this side we can see that we have two buttons which are like plastic buttons. They give you decent amount of feedback, and then colored in the same color as per the color of the device. Again, they are part of the back cover which can be removed, and you can change the look and feel of the device. So the color profile of the device is due to this back cover, which again can be replaced in case you would like to change it. This is the orange variant which we have with us. You do have this device available in 5 other colors, including this one. On the top you have 3.5 audio jack. At the bottom we have micro USB port for data syncing and charging, and over here we have the loudspeaker on this device, which is looking good, but it is kind of small. We will just check the loudness of this device. We have the Microsoft branding over there at the bottom, at the back, in the middle basically. On the front we can see that we have a big display which is an IPS display panel. Sorry, it is not an IPS display panel, and this is something which I would like to correct. As you can see, this looks like a TFT panel, which again does not give you great viewing angles, and this is something which is an issue which I have seen on the Nokia Lumia 530 earlier, and this has remained the same over here as well. As you can see, the display is good enough in terms of colors. Once you take a look at it from front, but if you take a look at it from different viewing angles, you will see slight amount of color fading and blackening of the display can also happen. This is how it will happen. At the bottom we have touch capacitive buttons which are there within the display, which you can always use, but again these are within the display, not on the body of the phone, which I would have liked. You have a primary microphone over there, and when it comes to the secondary microphone, I'm not able to locate a secondary microphone on this device. Most probably this device does not have the secondary microphone. And we have a 5 megapixel camera at the front as well. However, the front camera which we have on this device is a 5 megapixel camera, but it is a fixed focus camera. You can also do pretty good quality of video chat from the front camera, which we will just show you. Taking a look over the back cover, once we remove the back cover, I can show you the phone from the back side. In order to remove the back cover, you just need to take the cover out from the edges at the bottom, and then you can see here we have the battery. The battery inside this device this is the battery which we have on the phone. Let me just remove the battery and show you the rating. So over here we have the rating of the battery, which is 1905. So I can confirm this. So 1905 is the milliampere hour rating. It approximately 1900 milliampere hour battery we have on this device. We have 2 SIM card slots, which both of them will take macro SIM. This is the macro SIM slot 1. This is micro SIM slot 2. You do have a micro SD memory card slot as well to expand the storage of this device, so that you can also install applications on the SD card, and this is something which is possible on this phone. This phone, as far as software is concerned, comes with the latest Windows Phone Denim update. So you have a Windows Phone Denim update coming pre-installed on this device, which include live folders and some of the things. You also have 1 TB of OneDrive which will come for business use on this device. Again, you can use it personally as well, and that will be approximately 799 per annum, but that is something which you are getting for free for the first year. And we do have Office 65 Business Premium as well, which will come on this device. As you can see, one thing which you can easily notice is that the boot animation is now the Microsoft logo. It was used to be the Nokia logo previously. Talking about the front camera is a wide angle camera, just like you might have seen on the Nokia Lumia 730. This one is a wide angle camera, so it can take much number of people, especially whenever you would like to take front camera selfies or selfie from this device. The rear camera is a 5 megapixel autofocus camera. It is powered with the Lumia camera app, which will come pre-installed. You do have LED flash. Talking about the processor, you have 1.2 gigahertz quad core processor on this device, which is Snapdragon 200, unlike the Snapdragon 400 which we have seen on the Nokia Lumia 730. So this is the difference which you will have on this specific phone. Talking about other things, we can see that here we have the display. The display is not a high definition display. It is a QHD display. The resolution is 540 into 960, and even if you take a closer look, you will not notice pixelation on this device, but you can see the softness of the text, which is clearly visible on the display. So the font size is such that you don't see any pixelation on this device, and this is something which they have remained. But this is not the sharpest or not the very crisp and clear display which you might expect from a phone like this, which is like 5-inch in terms of the display size. The viewing angles are again not great, but they're decent enough. You can see the display. You do have this live folder, which is part of the Windows Phone denim update. You can just move one tile across the other, and you can actually create a folder out of that. So this is how you can create a live folder, and you can also name this live folder to anything which you would like to do that. So this is how you can do it. Again, this phone is coming with the latest version of Windows Phone. That means you will get all the latest features. You don't even need to upgrade. You will have an over-the-air update functionality on this device, so that you can update the version of Windows Phone on this one, but you are already getting the latest version, which is a very good thing. Let's take a look over the camera, which is something which is one of the most highlighted feature of this device. So we have the Lumia camera app, which you can use on this phone, which comes pre-installed. You can also install third-party camera application and some other applications as well. So this is how the Lumia camera application look like. Again, we are going to take a photo from this camera application as of now, and we will see how is the overall performance of this device as far as camera is concerned. And again, I'm going to take the photo of my iPhone 6. We are going to take this photo in low light scenario in a hall where we do not have much amount of light. As you can see, the autofocus is pretty fast. You do have tap to focus, and autofocus also work automatically. Let me just take the photo. So we have just taken the photo, and I can show you the same. So here we have the photo. Yeah, over here we have the photo. This is how the photo looks like, which you can take from this device from the rear 5 megapixel camera. The photo looks good enough. In terms of colors, I'm not noticing very good color production on this display. Maybe that is because of the display, but the photo looks pretty good in terms of the clarity, and the kind of colors it has reproduced is pretty nicely done, I would say. But the display is not doing a very good job to show this photo, to show the clarity of this photo, and to show the colors which we have in this photo. Let me just take a photo from the front camera, and for that we will just toggle to the front camera. Let me go to the front facing camera. So we have the front facing camera over here. I'm going to take a photo of mine right now from this particular device. Again, we have a wide angle front camera. As you can see, I can cover a lot of people in the background. If I want to take a front camera photo, I can take a lot of people with me, which is good. This is a wide angle camera, which is good, and you can also take very good photos of yourself. Let me just take a photo. So the front camera is fixed focus, I have already told you, so it does not focus, and I think it should have face detection, but maybe it will do that once I take this photo. So I've just taken the photo, and I can show you the same. So here we have the photo. This is how the front camera photo look like. Again, I'm very happy with the front camera quality on this device as well. Just like I have seen it on the Lumia 730, this device also have a very good front camera. It can capture pretty good amount of details, and the colors are being captured pretty nicely. Even in this low light scenario, I can see myself clearly in this photo, which is definitely a good thing. And there is good amount of light coming from this side of the face, which it has actually basically handled pretty well, and the photo is coming out to be pretty good in terms of clarity as well as in terms of color. So front camera is very good. Talking about the software interface, this is how the home screen look like. We have all these applications which are part of the Windows Phone UI, and this is how the phone dialer look like. The phone dialer is again the same. There is nothing new, and it does not give you the option of making a cellular video call. However, you can always switch in between the two SIM card which you can insert into this device, and you can specify which SIM card you would like to use for calling, specifically at the point of dialing. Two other things, we do have a Lumia selfie camera application which is coming pre-installed. So you can take a photo of yourself with this application and you can have different kind of effects applied, and this application again will launch the front camera in the full screen mode. This is how it will basically do the thing. So if you take a photo of yourself like this, it will basically take the photo and then you can have different kind of effects which you can apply. Once you select that this is the right photo, then you will have different kind of effects which are being applied on this photo, and you can change these effects. You can have different kind of annotations on the photo, and this is how you can take very good selfie photos from this device with the Lumia selfie camera application. You have a storyteller application which is also coming pre-installed. You have a lot of application coming pre-installed from other third-party vendors like Jabong. You have application from Hike Messenger is coming pre-installed. You have App Social. You have money-related application which is again from Microsoft. We have Box TV which is also coming pre-installed. You also have battery saver on this device so that you can save battery on this phone, and it will also tell you which all applications are using battery more, so that you can actually find out which all applications are eating up all the battery which you have on the phone. You also have the file manager which is coming pre-installed on this phone. As you can see, this is the file manager which we have, and the moment you tap on it, you will see the directory of all the files which you can browse. Again, on the phone memory, it will allow you to browse all the content which you have created, which you have stored. Let's take a look at the storage now. We do have the notification center which we have seen earlier. This is how it looks like. We have the navigation bar where we have toggle for the Bluetooth, camera, automatic brightness is also supported. So we do have support for automatic brightness, and you can go to all settings by just tapping over here. On the storage front, this device has a storage of 8 GB and you have 1 GB of RAM, and the micro SD card slot which we have over here on this side which we showed you earlier, that can take up to micro SD card up to 128 GB, which is good. You also have the functionality of installing applications on the SD card. As far as the free storage is concerned, which you will get out of 8 GB, you will get 3.43 GB available on this device. Approximately 4 GB you will get. We have some applications and some other things which are there on the phone. That is why it has taken 3.85 out of the phone memory. You will get approximately 4 to 5 GB storage free on this device once you get it out. Talking about other functionality which we have on this device, you do have screen rotation which you can enable and disable. You also have wireless display supported with the help of a Microsoft accessory which you can buy. You can also have wireless display being portrayed to other external TV and monitors with this particular phone. Using that particular device, you will have to buy that. You have a driving mode, you have quiet hours, location, so you can use this device for GPS navigation. And as per my experience, I have used many Windows phones for GPS navigation. They have worked perfectly fine. You can use the hair maps on this device for navigation, which are coming pre-installed again. I can show you that. So we have hair maps, we have hair drive which can be used for GPS navigation, and they work perfectly fine. You also have the functionality of downloading offline maps for your city, and then you are good to go. You don't even need internet connection after that. You just need a GPS signal, and this device, and again, not this device but all other devices which I have used earlier, which are Windows phone, have actually performed pretty well on GPS navigation front. I did not face any issues as far as navigation is concerned or as far as GPS signal is concerned. I can show you some more things. We do have Wi-Fi sense as well on this device, and we have the lock screen mode in which you can actually specify how much time you would like to set for the lock screen. You have internet sharing as well supported on this device, so you can share the 3G internet on this device. The first SIM card on this device should support 3G, and this is something which we have got the information. The second SIM card, whether it supports 3G or not, we are not sure as of now. We will confirm that once we do the full review of this device, but you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot on this device, and you have support for USB tethering as well on this phone as far as sharing internet is concerned. So all in all, this looks like a pretty decent phone. The camera is decent enough. The kind of loudness you can expect from the loudspeaker is also pretty loud. I can play some music as of now to show you the loudness of this device as far as the loudspeaker is concerned. So as you can see, right now we are playing the high definition video from our channel, and one thing which I seriously doubt is that whether this device is capable of playing high definition video. We will confirm that once we do the full review. Let me just take this video to full screen. As you can see, this high definition video getting played on this device is not looking too great, I would say, in terms of the overall resolution at which it is being played. It is definitely not getting played at high definition resolution. However, this is a high definition video. When it comes to the loudness of the sound is decent enough. It is not very loud. This is something which I can seriously say. And loudspeaker definitely will get blocked when you place the device like this on a table, as the loudspeaker is actually at the back side, so it will get muffled and blocked to an extent, not completely, whenever you play a video on this device. And again, this device may not be able to play some high definition video at 1080p. 720p videos can be played with the help of third-party video players, and you can also play them with the default video player which we have on this phone. But definitely this device is not too great in terms of the overall video viewing angles as well. As you can see, when you take a look over this phone from different viewing angles, it is not too great in terms of the viewing angles it provides whenever you look at it from different angles. From the front, it is good enough. Loudspeaker is also pretty decent. You can also amplify it if you hold it like this. If you are actually holding it like this, you can actually block it accidentally or by mistake, and once you place it on a table like this, the sound will get muffled and it will get blocked partially. One thing I would like to correct here as far as camera is concerned, the front camera as well as the rear camera, both of these cameras cannot record high definition video, and this is something which is a kind of a limitation with this phone. Even when the 5 megapixel camera which we have on the front as well as at the back, we cannot record high definition video, and I can show you that over here under video settings. So under video settings, you can see the resolution over here. Yeah. So this is FWVGA at which you can record video from the rear camera, which is 848 into 480, and you can also record 640 into 480p video as well. As far as front camera is concerned, I can show you this again. For the front camera, let me first of all toggle to the front camera, and then we will exit the settings again. So here we have the settings for the front camera, and as far as video is concerned, the video which we can record from the front camera is again not high definition video which you can record. So both the rear camera as well as the front camera on this device cannot record high definition video. The price which has been set for the Lumia 535 is 9,199, which is the best buy price, not the MRP of this phone. And again, for this price, I would say this is a decent enough phone. There are some limitations, I would like to say, that the rear and the front camera cannot record high definition video, and there are some other things which are related to the display. The display is not very colorful, it is not too great in terms of viewing angles, and these are the two major limitations I see on Lumia 535. Some specific points I would like to highlight in this hands-on review for the Lumia 535 are going to be some of the features which I like is the bigger display. We have a pretty big display which is very good to use in day-to-day usage. However, it does not give you great viewing angles, but it is decent enough for the price. As far as the camera is concerned, the camera is also giving very good results. This 5 megapixel camera on this device is actually a very good camera and much better camera as compared to any other Android phone except the Android One phones as far as the 5 megapixel cameras which we have seen on other Android phones. In terms of the overall performance, this device is not a very powerful device as far as hardware is concerned. It is Snapdragon 200, 1.2 gigahertz only. We have 1 GB of RAM, which is again pretty good to run some games like Asphalt and some of the games. However, some high definition games you may not be able to play on this phone, but again that will not be limited based on the RAM. So if RAM is a limitation that you cannot play the game, that is not going to happen on this one because this has 1 GB of RAM. But in terms of the processor capabilities, it is again decent enough, not too great in terms of the overall processing power. I would rather recommend you to go for Nokia Lumia 730, which we have seen earlier, not for the Lumia 535 in case performance is something which you need. But if you need a bigger display, a better form factor, a bigger display, a decent form factor, I would say. The weight of this device is also not high. In terms of the weight, it is approximately, I guess, 146 gram. So it is around 146 gram in terms of the weight. The thickness is around 8.8 millimeter, which is again pretty good and pretty close to what we have seen on the Nokia Lumia 730. So Lumia 535 is definitely not a very thick phone. It is good to hold it, but especially because of the glossy back cover, this phone will have a kind of slippery problem. So it might slip out of your hand if your hands are sweaty, because the glossy back cover is again not going to provide a great grip in your hand when you hold this phone. So in all, we would like to give a thumbs up to this phone. In case you have any question for this phone, we would love to help you. You can leave your questions in the comment section below. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.